Todrick, my other major memory of the big break, first big break of your career in American Idol was I remember thinking to myself, this guy is gay. But there was no identification of gay. Was that an active choice? Were you not out? Why doesn't your queerness display in American Idol?
I think that was just a very, very, very scary time in my career. Sorry, there's a fan. Hi, thank you so much. Sorry, I'm on an interview. You're gorgeous. Thank you so much. We're outside doing this interview today because the music for our sound check for our show tonight is so loud that you wouldn't have been able to hear anything that I was saying. I think that it was a conscious choice, and it was a choice that I honestly was so devastated about, if I'm being completely candid with you, because I felt like that was an opportunity to let people know who I was and to be a light and motivation and inspiration to young queer kids, especially from places like I was in Texas. And I think that I never really gave all I had when I was on American Idol because I was so afraid of people putting me in a box or knowing that I was gay. And I was already out to everyone that I knew, but my family it was very much an energy like, you can be gay and we love you and we will accept you. I never felt not accepted by my family, but I didn't want to embarrass my family by going on national television and solidifying my quit to the world and to America. I think that at that time that would have embarrassed my family, and that was more important to me at that time than inspiring a group of people. I was head over heels in love with my first love at that time, and I remember not allowing them to come to the audition with me because I didn't want people to see me there with a guy. And I have like a little white necklace on that my boyfriend made sure that I wore so that they could be there with me in spirit. And when I look back at that boy that was so scared to be who they were, it is devastating to me because I was in love with that person at that time, and the fact that I cared more about my career and not embarrassing my family than being my true self was honestly very devastating. But when I got eliminated from that show, I was like, not so much devastated that I didn't win, but more sad that I lost being someone else other than myself. And that's when I essentially like made the vow to myself that from now on I would be myself, because I can take not winning if I'm being myself, but losing a show like that when I didn't feel like I really gave all I had was the part that I felt wasn't true Todrick is at his core. So, yeah.
Todrick, I hear the deep regret in your voice. It's National Coming Out Month. We're getting ready to celebrate National Coming Out Day. You talk to 15, 16, 17-year-old young gay kids that are in the same place that you just described so clearly on American Idol. What would you say to them to say, show your authenticity of who you really are? What would you say during National Coming Out Day, based on the experience that you just so beautifully told us about American Idol?
Well, I like to say this disclaimer because I think sometimes it's very easy for us who are out and who are living in cities like LA and New York that are so liberal to say, come out, do it, don't be afraid. But to some people, it feels like life or death. And for some people, it is. And some people, it is a very scary thing. And they may not have a place to live if they come out. So to those people, I say, know your reality and come out when you feel safe. But I will say that if you are a person out there who feels like your parents are going to still support you, that you'll still have a roof over your head, that your life will not be in danger by coming out, it is the most beautiful, liberating, freeing thing to be able to come out as who you are. You don't realize how much you're holding on to until the moment you release those words from your mouth and release that tension and make it somebody else's problem. Someone else's homophobia or small-mindedness is not ever going to be your problem. And I don't think that you can really reach your full potential without really embracing every aspect of who you are. My career started to soar the moment I was able to come out and just be unapologetic about who I am. And you never know how many people's lives you're going to be able to touch or save or inspire by coming out. So I hope that this video is encouragement for somebody who out there is young, or somebody who's in their 40s or 50s who hasn't come out. It's never too late to be your true authentic self, and the times, they are changing. People are so much more accepting and so more willing to embrace you for every single aspect of yourself. And also, I learned very quickly that if somebody won't love you the same because they know who you are, it's better for that person to not be in your life. I hope that somebody out there is inspired by these words, and that they take that step towards coming out and really walking in the truth.
You know, that beautifully said, Todrick. And a mutual friend of ours taught the entire world, if you can't love yourself. Let's talk about RuPaul a moment.
How the hell are you going to love somebody else?
That's exactly right.